Welcome to Your American Dream. I'm Anisha Jennings, and today we're exploring how two visionary women are turning competition into collaboration and helping small businesses shine. Get ready to discover how A2 Silver Lining is transforming the entrepreneurial landscape. Welcome, Amrita and Arpita. Thank you for being on my show.
Hi, Anisha.
Hi, Anisha.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
for,
us on your
yes,
podcast. We're excited to
Be part of it.
be part of it and share our journey and
thank you.
spread it to more women entrepreneurs across America.
Awesome. So tell me about your journey. Tell me about how you guys met. When did you come to the US? When did you start your business? And how did this partnership blossom?
Okay, so
You can start.
I would keep how all of us are here as immigrants. So I'm one too. I came to US in 2004. It's been a 20-year journey. I do work in pharmaceutical, so I'm an IT quality as my full-time Monday to Friday job, and then the business of A2 Silver Lining, which is shopping shows, which is like a part-time and something I'm passionate about. So I don't want to get into like details of the personal journey. I want to utilize the time for promoting A2 Silver Lining, which is hosting shopping shows across Northeast. We have ambition to spread it across US. And what we do in shopping shows is we bring small business women who are struggling to market themselves either online or physically, who cannot afford a store and operating from homes, but have really good products and services. We are giving them a platform to showcase and provide them a platform to sell during our shopping shows.
Hi, so my name is Arpita, and I came in US in 2010 as an immigrant. I have two kids, a 10-year-old son and a 12-year-old daughter. My husband and my in-laws, we all live together as a joint family. Um, I am a physical therapist by profession, but during COVID and due to kids requiring me and my attention more, I switched my career to clinical research. So now I'm a full-time work from home mom who works in clinical research. And I met Amrita through my husband, their colleague, and I was always fascinated by seeing Amrita along with her full-time work. She would do her diamond business from Sri Jewelers. So I saw her and I would go and support her for a couple times, and then she's like, "This is not going to go long run." And we saw like she was struggling so much with so many shows, and she was not able to crack the market and market her products. So we both came up with the plan of forming a company. And A2 Silver Lining, A2 means A for Amrita and A for Arpita. So A2 Silver Lining was formed, and then we started at a shorter thing, like we gave a try with few vendors and taking a smaller place and seeing how we can do. And we were confident enough in one or two shows that we will be able to do this and support so many other women who are women entrepreneurs who are struggling like Amrita. And I think we were able to make that difference in their life, and we were able to give platform to them. Along with that, the main motto was that not so many people are fortunate enough to travel back home, so they are not able to shop or the real trend what is going on and all. So
Like,
starting A2, we wanted to form like a one-stop shopping show for the customers too, along with the vendors, where they are, as Amrita had mentioned, that they cannot afford a store or something, so they do from home. So A2 gave a platform to so many women, and we are here to support each
yeah,
other.
it's win for all. Customers are happy that they get one-stop shopping experience. Vendors are happy that they are getting larger audience and able to market their brand or company. And we had a motto of helping each other and other women, so everything worked out. It was not overly planned. We just
Did
tried.
it.
The intent was very positive, that let's help each other. And that's,
And
I feel sometimes when you have the right intent and good intentions, things eventually work out.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That's inspiring, very inspiring. So when did you guys start your business?
We started in May to 2023. Um, in May, we did couple of shows, just to, like, test the waters to see if we are able to organize a show, like, come up with a marketing plan. We'll be able to market. So that was testing the waters. But we have been very heavily active from June
June
2023 till date. We have done more than 35. No, if
35,
we count 2023, close to 50 shows.
50 shows we have done.
Um,
Last year itself, we did around 35 shows.
yeah.
So
Okay.
the motto of us to do the shows is all the way from Boston to Virginia. In most of the larger cities, we have been doing our shopping shows.
So wherever there is South Asian diaspora, most of our women business owners are catering to those products or services. But we have learned that the our cultural products and services are liked across
Across the
the
globe.
globe. So we
So
should learn.
yeah,
2025 is our motto, to market it beyond the
more globally.
diaspora, and, like, take it global and reach out to other
Other
communities and partner with them to see that if they can benefit from our products and services.
So that's great. What is the biggest challenge that you think small businesses face in reaching their market?
Budgets. They don't have the huge marketing budgets, and they don't have the technical tools. They don't have access to the traditional marketing agencies or advertising agencies.
and then
So,
time.
and then they don't, because they are either working part time or a homemaker,
With
part time.
kids.
So they don't have the time, even if they want to, so to market themselves. So we are also learning in the past 2 years. We're learning in our journey how to utilize the online tools, whether it's social media or, like, doing traditional marketing of staying at crowded places and distributing pamphlets,
Interacting one to one
or
with
interacting
people.
with group of customers
Mhm.
through various, Facebook or WhatsApp groups, and spreading the word. So I think the challenge is, like, time and budget.
And also, I think, along with what Amrita said, the biggest challenge is that there are too many people doing it. So probably um, there are resources there, but probably not the right resources for everyone. So probably they are not deciding on what exactly their passion is or likes is, and everyone wants to do too many things. So sometimes that they struggle, but once I think people figure out like what their passion is and what they want to go with, I think it will be more helpful.
Okay.
Okay. If to
Makes sense.
explain it more detail, as an example, um, in the last 3 years, every home or non-home clothing vendor or business owner has chicken kari kurta. It ranges from $100 to $1,000. So sometimes people go with fashion and trend without understanding what the customer wants or what is their passion, that they're adding value to the product or the service. So this is one simple example. If every
Mm-hmm.
vendor has chicken curry kurta, as a customer I'm confused and I cannot decide which one, because
Mm-hmm.
every business owner will say my quality is better, my pricing is better, but customer just goes by, like, what they like and feel. So I think apart from marketing and budget, people also need to learn market analysis in
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
whatever small ways they can understand, observe, watch the trends either online or physically, or even taking every customer's feedback very seriously.
Yeah.
That would really help them come up with, like, products which customer is wanting, and how they can, like, bring those products, and then, market them, or get the sales or keep their business running.
Makes sense. So, how do you help businesses succeed with limited budgets?
Uh, so when we do a shopping show and we rent a banquet hall or big hotel, the cost is splitting by 10 plus vendors or 15 vendors.
Mm-hmm.
So The real estate cost gets split, the marketing cost gets split, and then we also ask everyone to cross market and help each other to spread the word. And then the whole idea or motto is across the fashion hubs in the world, whenever there are trade shows or shopping shows, people want variety. The customer
Right.
wants variety. If I'm walking in as a customer to a show, I would
Mhm.
like 20, 30 vendors where I can go around, see different products, touch and feel them, experience them, and then I'm going to make a decision of what I want and when I want to buy. So the
Mhm.
cost gets split, but you also get a sale within the same day because the show is limited from 11 o'clock to 7 p.m. The customer
Mhm.
is under the pressure that if they like something, they need to make a decision before 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock to take the product home. So, and
Right.
they know that we are traveling from different regions and going to different states. They know that
Mhm.
vendors are not local. They're going to go back to the next state. Most of our vendors are from tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. We do also get like local vendors wherever we are doing shows, either in Boston, Connecticut, or Ashburn. So it helps customer get the variety from different people, so they feel, oh, this is not available in my local market, so I should go and get it.
And moreover, on what Amrita said, so we try to make it uniform. So our strategy is that uh, we get their flyers done, so their work to spend time on flyers and all those things is reduced. As A2, we provide them a platform that they can market their products, their flyers on
On our social
our
media.
social media. So
Mhm.
the circle that we have, the followers that we have, becomes their
Mhm.
follower, and their products get known too. Because for someone who is just emerging or starting their business, A2 has
Mhm.
helped them grow their business in past year and a half that we have started doing this. Along with that, sometimes the just doing those one stop shopping show, the pop-ups at the same day, they get those future customers. So when we shop something online, we hesitate to buy something because we want to feel the product.
Mhm.
So when we go to this pop-ups, we really touch and feel the product, and then we see how it looks on us. So
Yeah.
they can try it on them and then see how it looks, gets opinion from their friends, or it's like the traditional way how we used to go back home and uh,
Yeah.
go shopping with our friends and family. So that gives them a feel to go and shop, and then gets opinion from their friends too. And then the vendors who comes for our pop-ups get the future customer too, because sometimes what happens is they might not have that much sale the same day, but people have seen their products. So whenever they are ready, or oh, I have a wedding to go to, or I have a
Mhm.
this function or that function, or someone in my family is looking for something, oh, I know, I went to this pop-up, so this person has a good product, so
Collection.
you can reach out to them. So we have feedback from our vendors too. They say that they are getting future customers from the pop-up show, so that way we are benefiting them from these pop-ups.
That's amazing. That's lovely to bring in the traditional way, especially after COVID. I'm sure people enjoy these shows more
More,
than
yes,
just
Yes.
yes.
being online. So, how do you guys foster collaboration instead of competition?
So when there are 15 plus or 20 plus women who have similar products and services, um, some people see it as a challenge or a competition, but
But
we have been fortunate to interact and meet
like-minded people.
like-minded people who feel that the market is huge. It's billions of dollars. Everybody has their customer. Everybody needs to focus on their product and their customer service, and customers have open, you give the level playing field to everybody. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
is in the same room, all products are displayed, so we let the customer be the king and make the decision. So that, and then we also learn from each other's experiences, um,
Mm-hmm.
how to improve your customer service, how to improve your product showcasing or displaying, how to improve your sourcing, or how to improve your designing. So we all learn, and then it has been a very collaborative and cooperative But I there's also
Few
situations where you
challenges.
get few experiences where they are not very pleasant or nice, but you learn with every experience, and then you learn to move forward with like-minded people and collaborate more with them. And I will give a traditional example. If you go to any traditional market, irrespective of the country, and this, when you enter a shopping market, whether
Mm-hmm.
it's a mall or like a traditional market where there are too many stores, all those stores are competing against each other.
Mm-hmm.
They also collaborate because they are in the community together, and they're there to look out for each other as
Mm-hmm.
community members. And that's the behavior we are trying to drive across the women entrepreneurs, that hey, we are not here to compete, but we are here to support each other. And then whoever works hard, whoever has the best service and product, will win. And that's okay. Everybody cannot win every day. If we are four people doing similar products and services, one person would have a better day one for one show, the others would have another day where customers would like those products or services more. So the intent is to learn from each other's experience and support each other, because we don't have the ability to hire people as a
Mm-hmm.
support system to support the business. So that's my experience. Arpita, do you want to add something?
Yeah, so, but we are fortunate enough that mostly we have like-minded people, because our motto is that we don't want to see each other as a competition. So when we try and we take vendors, that's our motto, to tell them that uh, our motto is that we want to grow with each other together. So that's how we are going to collaborate, and we will work through it, and we can grow together. So we don't see each other as a competition. Most of the vendors see each other as a collaborator more.
Awesome.
And they most of them are nice, because they all come to a single page. They would be like, okay, if they have a similar product, they would keep the pricing same. So it's
No
like
competitive.
whoever has the luck that day, their piece would go. So more presentation is also what matters too, because so many people have the same product, but the way they display their product is more jo dikta hai wo bikta hai. So that's how it is. And it's positive so far. Like,
Awesome.
we
Very nice. So, what's your approach to organizing successful shopping shows?
Planning, planning, and planning.
time, yes.
So
So it needs like lots of planning ahead of time. We have so many challenges too. So when we plan something, but we have to keep into consideration so many things. If there is a festival, we might not have people coming and showing up on it. If there is
yeah,
like a
long
long
weekend.
weekend, then people are traveling. So
If there is a big game, a concert, some local community gathering, something happening in the local mandir or a masjid, or local church, if there is a huge community event, or if there is a community picnic, so we really need to reach out to the local community influencers or people who are aware of all these activities, to see that the date we are planning the show is like reasonable and would pull crowd, and there's nothing else that's happening as a community gathering that would impact the footfall for the show. So that's one of the first challenges. Second one is weather. In northeast, 6 to 8 months can be really crazy.
Yes.
So even if it's a summer day and it's too hot, then people don't
Mhm.
turn up because it's too hot.
Yeah.
So I sometimes worry that, weather is around 365 days. It's not like only seasonal where you think it's
Yes.
snow. So people also complain if it's too hot. So weather is
mhm.
Mhm.
another challenge.
So
Uh,
we have to plan it ahead of time, looking into things like
yeah,
how we want. We have to see the location, we have to plan
Mhm.
how
the
and
date.
when we are doing it, if my vendors are available or not. So we find so many things, but I think planning ahead of time, drafting it, seeing it, we both do a visionary board, so we see if we it's feasible for us, because we both believe in giving our 200%. So if
Mhm.
we are confident, then we move forward. And if we decide on doing something, we put our 200%. So planning, planning,
Awesome.
planning, as Amrita said, is our first thing that we
And
decide on.
then the
That's
next,
amazing.
yeah, the next after planning is communication.
Mm.
Communicate, take a microphone and start screaming in the town, hey, we're having a show. So I'm just saying the traditional 100-year-old method,
Mm-hmm.
that really works. But nowadays, all the customers are online on social media or on WhatsApp or other, forms of communication. And then
Mm-hmm.
you need to understand where is what kind of customer and where you can reach them. So we are learning for the past 2.5 years, and we have learned a lot. And then I was telling Arpita that if we apply all our learnings from the last 2.5 years, we're going to rock in 2025. So that's the challenge, and biggest challenge monetarily or budgetary is when you book a banquet hall or a shopping show event with any of the hotels, Marriott, Hilton, or any other. They have no cancellation policy. uh, there is no rain dates,
Oh.
and
Few
because
do give rain dates, but not all.
very very
Yeah.
negligible. So that's the biggest challenge, that once you sign the dotted line and say, even if the vendors show up or not, customers show up or not, as a two silver lining, we have to take the responsibility and foot that bill. So that, and
Mm-hmm.
also ensure that we have very professional and decent vendors who are joining
Mm-hmm.
us for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because if there is any kind of technical issue or any kind of property damage, it comes on to the show organizer, a to silver lining.
Mm-hmm.
So you're there physically on a show day, from morning 2 hours before the show and almost 2 hours after the show. So our husbands jokingly say that you guys are living in the shows. You're like, there's a point you need to come back and live at home too. But we take physical lot of physical stress to ensure
Yeah.
that everything is going as planned, from morning till like pre setup till winding off, or everybody loads. We ensure that all the vendors are women, and they
Mm-hmm.
young moms or working moms. We want to make sure if they're driving 3-5 hours, everybody's
Mm-hmm.
home safely. We
Yes.
feel that's our moral responsibility as an organizer to ensure that everybody's back in their nest. And especially
Exactly.
when it rains or as a bad weather and we have a 5-hour drive from Boston
Mm-hmm.
to Ashburn towards central New Jersey, it can be crazy.
Yes. Yes. The drive from there. Yeah. I
Yeah.
hear
So
you.
sometimes I joke and tell my vendor colleagues or friends that we should just hire a big bus, throw all the stuff in and just go,
Drive.
instead of like everybody driving their SUVs or their vans or their cars, and
Mm-hmm.
do that. So those are some of the challenges for the planning.
Wow, that seems like a lot. So how do you guys manage all of this? It seems like it's so much work and it's just the two of you.
Okay.
And I
Right,
don't know,
we
it's
both are working moms. My daughter is in college this year. She's
okay.
in first semester or freshman in Penn State. Arpita has elementary and middle
Middle
school
schooler.
age kids. So our Monday to Friday has no time till
I know,
4.
I'm just overwhelmed listening to you guys.
No,
So it's
And
work.
I think
After work, it's kitchen and kids. She has classes, pickups, drops, birthday parties.
so. I think I would say is the passion that
mhm,
you
It
like
drives us.
something. So our passion drives us, and the need to do something for the community, to do something for the women entrepreneurs, to help someone, and the satisfaction that we get from helping someone is driving us to do this.
do you
Uh,
guys sleep at all?
Yes, we
We do.
do. We do.
We
Most of
do.
the time we try and we get our sleep. But when there are big major shows, that's
Then we
why.
are sleepless and restless. And sometimes,
Oh.
sometimes I tell Arpita on a show day morning that, till everything starts till 11 o'clock, let's not talk to each other. Just look at each other, but not talk to each other, because we've been sleepless for a couple of nights, marketing
Oh my
online,
goodness. Hmm.
posting, reaching out to people. Uh, like we have our ways and means of marketing. So we drive ourselves crazy. And then we say that, we are on that little thread where it's going to break, the patience is going to break. So
Oh my
just
God.
let's breathe.
We
So
are
we
there.
always have that anxiety and
Mm-hmm.
butterflies in our stomach before the show or one night before. We really like, we go into zombie mode.
No,
But
Oh.
we're
I
fine.
think it's just the responsibility that we are taking. It's a big responsibility because
Mm-hmm.
all my vendors are trusting on us. All the customers who are going to come are going to trust us. So that's
Yeah,
the
they
one
want
that,
good vendors and good products and services.
so that helps us motivated probably to do something. And I think we both are strength for each other. So if one is down, the other
Other
one
one
pulls
pulls
the
up.
I'm
yeah. So
sure.
we
I,
do.
I don't know how you both are doing it, but
I think
kudos to
I
you guys.
think
You're doing
one of
amazing.
the thing is we both are people person. We
Oh,
love
okay.
to meet people. We love to talk,
That's
and
awesome.
sometimes at shows I'm busy more chit chatting with the customer than showcasing my products. So we just, I think it's the people strength that's driving us. We really love being around people. The people gives us the energy and the strength, and then we are so lucky and fortunate to meet all kind of people, all age
Mm-hmm.
groups. We have
Mm-hmm.
12-year-olds who walk up to the booth who are looking for a sharara or a ghagra, or young boys who are looking for a kurta, or working moms who are looking for real gold jewelry or artificial jewelry for an upcoming wedding or a function. And they share their life experiences, and they share their input into the product or even into the market, where we
Mm-hmm.
are like, oh my god, this is such a small thing, but it
Mm-hmm.
makes so much sense and it will add so much value. So
Yeah.
I remember one of the teenage girls telling me, auntie, why are you not on TikTok?
Oh.
I, I, my mom saw this. So if you're on TikTok, more of my friends and age group would see and come. So we know that we have to do it on social media.
Yes.
We do have a TikTok account, but we're not hyperactive because of, I don't know, are we too old for TikTok? I don't know what to say. So
Like
this
you
is
guys have so much time to be on TikTok as well.
yes.
No, but one thing is our families are supportive, so that's the
Yes.
biggest thing that keeps us
Abs-
motivated. So without our family, without our husband and kids, we would not be able to do,
Yes.
because sometimes we have her husband comes on the show and her daughter comes, they support her, they would come and help us set up and all. My husband
Mhm.
would come, my kids would come, they would come help us market too when we go for marketing.
Sometimes we tell one of the husbands that we're too tired, we can't drive. You just drive us around so that we can go and put all these yard signs and boards around the most populous locations. And
Mhm.
they just drive us around as a Uber driver or a chauffeur.
Aw.
Sometimes we call and say that the person who was supposed to deliver food for the vendors at the delivery point cannot make it. So
Oh.
even if you're in your track pants, I don't care, get up and go get the food. We are hungry. So those are some examples. Sometimes we call and say, can you make some chai and bring it? Uh,
They
and
are
take
always
samosas on
there.
the way. So they're not actively 10-hour involved, but whenever
Mhm.
they know that we need a helping hand and we are down, uh, even if they are busy, even if they are tired, even if they are having a rough day, they just feel morally to, like, stand behind us and support us.
That's
So
amazing.
which we
Yeah.
do really appreciate. And especially with the
Absolutely.
food, you really feel good when the family
Yes. Yes. Food.
on a long day when everybody is tired, you're like, the samosa refreshes you.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. But that is how, we can move forward, especially being moms and balancing work and business and life. Having the support of family is so important. So tell us about how you balance all of this being moms. It's as a woman doing it is challenging in itself, but being a mom and balancing all of this, it's it's just a lot. So how do you
So
guys do it?
I tell this to Arpita every day, that being a professional, being a mom, being a homemaker, because homemaker and mom are always mixed up culturally for us, but they're two
Mm-hmm.
different, like cooking, cleaning, laundry, taking care of other things around the house is not a
Mm-hmm.
mom job. Mom job is taking care of your classes, homeworks, emotionally being there,
Mm-hmm.
ensuring their homeworks are getting done on time. That is a separate job and the
Mm-hmm.
professional job is separate. And then when you're doing a business, that's like a separate. So we have four roles. So I tell her, you cannot achieve all four in one day. If you need to drop one, please drop it and don't kill yourself, because
Mm.
if you do it continuously for a number of days, you'll be exhausted and this. So I have learned it the hard way, that initially I would want to be super mom and put everything in the 24 hours and do it and be
Yes.
exhausted, and after 3 days get frustrated and then show it on, my mom or my husband. So then I learned that, it's not them or it's not the circumstance or situation, it's me saying yes or putting too many things on my plate that's driving me crazy. So I have
Mm-hmm.
learned today I'm going to prioritize two or three things or roles. I'm going to just
Mm-hmm.
focus on that and give it more than my 100%, and
Absolutely.
not like, start something that I cannot finish. So that's one thing I have learned from my experience. uh,
So we both try and have our agendas and then we split it. So we try and splitting and delegating work helps too.
Mm-hmm.
So there are some duties that I might give to my husband for kids for the weeks that we have shows that can you
Mm-hmm.
do, or my father-in-law, he's too supportive too, so he would help in household, my mother-in-law would help, and then we would try and collaborate and support each other
yeah.
probably by delegating tasks and then
Yes.
do it. So we are lucky that we have a supportive
Yes.
family, and that's
And
why
so
it's possible, because I think
I
our intentions are good and it automatically the universe is helping us, I
I
would
would
say.
also say our vendor women are also very supportive. There are times where we have other women business owners who are not having a show with us or not participating in that particular location or date,
But
but
they
if
Mm-hmm.
we
still,
call and say that we are exhausted, it's killing us, they
Mm.
put it online and market for us.
yeah.
Oh,
They would
yeah.
So
take out, they're like, okay, I'll take out 15 minutes or 30 minutes. This is the time I'm committing. I'll
and
take
Mm-hmm.
care of, like,
help us.
posting and spreading the word on different social media platforms. I'll tag you,
Mm-hmm.
then you. So every 15 minutes helps. But as I
Yes.
told, bracketing your time management into different chunks, and then
Mm-hmm.
and don't try perfection. There's no thing as perfection. I have learned the hard way after raising a 18-year-old as she turns adult. Whenever I give her a task and I expect her to do it the way I do it,
It's
she
not
says,
gonna work.
no, she says, end result should matter, that it's done
Yes.
and then it's decent enough. You should not, like, you cannot expect it to be the way you want it to be. So I learned it from her that there's no perfection. The
Mm-hmm.
end result matters. If you're planning to market or if you're planning to organize a show, the end result will matter, not like the process or how. It is
Yeah.
important, how is important, but the how should not be
Mm.
killing you and your
Mm-hmm.
energies and your time.
Amazing. Yes, one of the moms told me this while I was sick and trying to do everything. And she's like, I know as moms, we want to do everything all the time, but you can do everything, just not all the time.
Yes.
So that definitely helped change my perspective and, when we were struggling. But so how do you select and support vendors for your events?
When we initially started, even before we started, I do have a diamond jewelry business called Sri Jewelers. I've been to all these cultural events and shows where
Okay.
I've met a variety of vendors, where everybody had the same challenge of reaching the market or marketing themselves. So that's how we started a small network, and the word spread as we started doing more and more shows. So we have 200 plus vendors in our network. We have worked with at least 90 of them or
Yes.
more.
Wow.
I have to do the
That's
latest,
amazing.
which I'll do in the end of the year when I do all my numbers, like how many shows,
So
how many footfall, and how many vendors.
so we select a date that we are doing show, and then we'll put it in our group that we have, that we are doing the show this day. We try and keep variety of vendors, so we'll fill one category each first, and then we'll see based on
Yeah.
other requirements and other stuff then
Also
who
seasonal. For
season, yeah.
example, um, there is a demand for
Navratri
variety.
is there, so probably everyone wants Ghagra choli and Navratri jewelry
Chanya
and all,
cholis, yeah.
Chanya choli and all.
And for
So
Diwali example, people want more home decor or festive decor, and then they also want variety of nuts or sweets or something that's gifting products like candles. So we just also go by the season.
so we try pick and choose.
So
So for us, every vendor is same. So whoever comes and whoever says or have the same thing that, oh, we want to come participate in our show, we give everyone equal opportunity to participate.
And I would also say
Awesome.
that it's not every location and every market is not same for the same vendor or
Mm-hmm.
product category. For example, if a location has more South Asian diaspora or Indian diaspora where people love to wear saris, the sari
Mm-hmm.
vendors do well. More on like metro areas, people want more fusion clothing or
Mm-hmm.
fashionable trendy wear which
Indo-Western.
you can wear for occasions and also to work. So or same goes with the jewelry. So it
Mm-hmm.
really depends on the market, but we try to keep variety of people in the show so that it's there. And we whenever we say no to a vendor, we say that, hey, we have signed up two sari vendors, we really don't want like four sari
And
vendors.
mm-hmm.
So we are very honest about why we are saying no, so that they
Mm-hmm.
understand, because we want everybody to get business. We don't
Mm-hmm.
want the business being split. If there is a category of product and there are two three people, then everybody will do well. But if I take
Mm-hmm.
8 sari vendors, the customers will not end up buying at all 8 places. They'll only buy at one or two places. So we
Mm-hmm. Makes
explain that,
sense.
and then they understand that, okay, for the upcoming shows, I need to be proactive and book early so that I'm the first two vendors or three vendors to go in this category.
So, how do you guys maintain quality while growing your community?
Quality is a big challenge. We get first hand feedback from the customers, because
Mm-hmm.
something that I touch and feel and wear today uh,
Mm-hmm.
may look good on the face of it, and after 2 months or 3 months, I might get a ping from a customer saying that, hey, I bought this from one of the vendors. I don't even, sometimes they do remember the vendors, sometimes they don't remember the vendor, and they say
Mm-hmm.
something went wrong with the quality or this.
Mm-hmm.
We take those customer feedbacks very seriously and do communicate it to the vendor, saying that in long run, quality matters. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what we're also trying to learn, like which encouraging vendors to like bring.
Bring quality stuff so that the main thing is the impression actually. So if a customer has an impression, first impression that, oh, he doesn't sell good quality stuff, they're not going to come to shop for
Second
that
time.
second time for from that vendor. But along with that mouth of word, they might go and tell 10 more people that, oh,
Oh,
don't
at
go
the
to this
shop.
show, at this shopping show they had this vendor. So
Or the quality of the
quality of the
product was not
product
good.
was not good.
Mm-hmm.
So there are challenges, but we do take feedback from customers and we do convey it to our vendors. They are so supportive and so sporting that they do take those feedback and they try to improve it. Because our first thing when we meet our vendors is that if your product is good, you
Mm-hmm.
will automatically have sale. So
Yes.
that's the
The
biggest
product sells itself.
itself. Yes.
Amazing. So, what's your vision for the future of A2 Silver Lining?
So, I don't want to go too much into the longer term goal. 2025, we
Mm-hmm.
want to expand it beyond the South Asian community and reach out to other communities. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves the cultural vibe, the we bring either in our clothing or jewelry. And in the last 3 to 5 years, especially post COVID, everything is fusion and fashionable, and everything is global and
Global.
elite. So
Mm-hmm.
we really want to capture that global story and reach out to larger communities so that it will help our vendors, and it will also help other
In
women who buy on Etsy or Amazon same products for higher pricing. They can touch
Mm-hmm.
and feel and get it for
a better
good price,
price.
and then also establish a relationship with the women business owners for um, coming back with repeat business, or even
Mm-hmm.
coming back for custom, because a lot of our women business owners, either in jewelry or in clothing, do customized clothing for your special events and
Occasion.
occasions,
So
which is very rare in, like, US. You'll get the service back home, but finding that here is, like, rare.
So that being said, we also want to expand. So we have those weddings coming. Like most of the new generation over here, they get married here, and not everyone has the privilege to go back home, and they don't have that time with their busy schedule and work and everything. So
Yes.
we also want to do like shopping shows just exclusive for the
Wedding
weddings.
clientele.
So we
Very
don't want to
nice.
do like a big expo kind of thing, but just for those wedding people and their family. So
Mhm.
it would be like a personalized
Shopping
exclusive,
experience.
yeah, for them, which they can
Amazing.
shop for all their occasion.
Amazing. So, how do you guys handle challenges in your partnership?
We don't have any person. Oh, the biggest personal challenge we have is I'm hungry all the time. Uh, so that's what Arpita needs to deal on a daily basis. So she says, okay, we are going here and we're going to market and we're going to spread the word. We're going to put posters at different locations. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I need to eat first. I'm hungry. And she's like, we have 1 hour. And I'm like, we need 30 minutes to eat and then 30 minutes will work. So that's the challenges we have. And then she wants to do 20 things in, like, fraction of seconds. And I'm like, we need to slow down and get the first 10 things done, and then we'll worry about the 11th. So basically, we try to.
We complement each other. Actually, she's little laid back. I want to do things at that
Mhm.
moment.
Yeah,
So
she's racing and I'm
if
slow.
I,
It's
yeah,
like rabbit and the tortoise.
yes, but we have a good combination. So when she slows down, I'm there to push her. When I slow down in something, or when I'm rushing too much, she'll be there to stop me, like, okay, take a pause,
Okay,
take a
and another
pause.
thing, I also tell her when something a show does not go well. If you're expecting like 100 plus people, only 50, 60
Mhm.
people showed up, and for whatever reasons, vendors did not have expected sale, or some might not even have like a decent sale that day. Everybody is
Mhm.
demotivated. It shows on everybody's face. It shows
Mhm.
on everybody's energy level. So Arpita's biggest challenge is it shows on her face. She gets
Aw.
demotivated. She gets stressed. So I tell her that you cannot win all the matches. Even
Mhm.
champions like Federer or Tendulkar do not get, like,
100 in order.
don't win all matches. There are days
Mhm. Mhm.
it will not go despite all the hard work and planning. And the funniest thing is, if you had a bad show or a challenging day, that's the day we worked hard the most. So that's more frustrating. So sometimes I tell her hard work doesn't pay us. We just need to do things in moderation. Too much can kill us. So that's, I just joke around so that I can keep the environment light. So those are one of few of the challenges. Then there are challenges where, uh, people, like, don't arrive on time. The vendor is like traveling and they got stuck in traffic or something, and then we're halfway set up. There are a lot of physical challenges in organizing a show. Sometimes at some locations vendors are still setting up and the customers arrive. Some customers are pleasing to say, hey, we'll wait 15 minutes, carry on. Someone like, oh, you said 11 o'clock, why is everything not ready and prim and proper? We're already here. So we have
Mhm.
different kinds of people to deal with. That is the biggest challenge. And we both are people person, but sometimes it happens that a challenging customer or a challenging person cannot be dealt by one. So the other one
Mhm.
slowly comes into the conversations, pushes the other one out, saying that somebody is calling you or looking for you. Go and handle that. Let me handle this. So that's our way of, like, and it, I think, also change of hands, like parents, when the baby is
Mhm.
crying and if the mother is not able to handle, the moment father picks up the baby calms down for no reason. It's just change of hand. So we do that with each other whenever there is a challenge. If one person
Mhm.
is doing it and we feel it's not being resolved, then the other person takes it over. It doesn't matter whether it's me or her. So we do
Yeah.
Mhm.
complement, as Arpita says, our strengths in this. So
Yeah.
it's
Very
fun.
nice.
If we say the biggest challenge we had this year was, due to some unfortunate reasons, we had like few cancellation on the day of the event or a day before the event.
Mhm.
So as an organizer, we feel little worried and bad because we have marketed their product. So
Mhm.
Customers gonna
Mhm.
come.
customers are going to come looking for them, and then when they don't show up, it
Mhm.
we feel.
Let's give some examples. Example, if I'm supporting a home decor,
Mhm. Mhm.
and the person has to cancel for personal reasons or health reasons and cannot make it, and if it's festive time, the first thing women walk into the show and say, hey, where is the home decor,
Mhm.
I want to go to that booth. And we're like, sorry, they're not here. Can I give you their Instagram? Can I give you their WhatsApp group? Can I give you their
Mhm.
Facebook? You can shop from there. And they're like, no, I needed it now because I'm going to a party and I want to take it as a gift. So then, how do you handle a not so happy customer? That's
Yeah.
one. Sometimes we say somebody has men's kurtas and they say, I need size 40. Men are very good customers. They're very clear what they want. They make a decision in 5 minutes. Whether it's a yes or a no, it doesn't matter which way the decision weighs. So it's like
Yeah.
a quick decision. So they say we need kurtas. We had a show in Boston where somebody wanted 6 kurtas because they had Ganesh,
Ganesh.
Nimarjan, and all these group of men wanted to wear similar kurtas. And we didn't have any vendor who was carrying white kurtas.
Oh.
We had like more colorful kurtas and this, but they wanted white because for Nimarjan they wanted to play colors, holy colors, and they wanted
Mhm.
get
Yeah.
that mood and sing.
So
So
we go
we called
beyond
the
that.
other vendors who were there in New Jersey and asked another vendor to pick up the product and bring it to Boston. So the whole coordination
Mm.
was happening
Happen.
middle of the night at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock.
Oh
Till my
wow.
customer reached out at 9:30, 10. So Arpita
Mhm.
does try to go above and beyond to ensure the customer is happy. That's so that
Amazing.
they will share their pleasing experience and spread the word, and that will bring us more future customers. So
Absolutely. You guys are doing amazing. I'm so impressed.
and I want to give shout out to other vendors too. They don't
Yeah.
see it as competition. They see,
Mhm.
okay, customer needs this. I don't have
I
this
Yeah.
product, somebody else has. So one person provided,
Mhm.
another person delivered, another person brought it to Boston, another person showcased. So there were 4 vendors, and the product is not there, but they are there for each other as, to support as women and say like, let's help each other.
So the
Power of
platform,
community.
yeah, the platform that we have given to, like we have so many vendors. So if one of my vendors is selling clothing, but if someone their customers are looking for jewelry or something, so they will reach out in our group saying that, oh, I have few customers who are reaching out for jewelry. Do you have this kind of jewelry or that? And then they reach out to them, so they share other vendors information too. So it is more collaborative event where each vendor supports each other.
That's
And as a
amazing.
woman, I think we all should support each other, so
Absolutely.
we'll grow together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what advice would you give home-based businesses that are just starting out?
Don't get demotivated by all the WhatsApp selling that's happening from across the borders. Because if
Mhm.
you're bringing in and doing a product, there is a cost involved to it. Example, custom, shipping,
Mhm.
then you have to pay local taxes, and then you have to operate your business. So there are some business expenses. So when
Mhm.
a customer comes and says, hey, this is available in, XYZ rupees, and I can get it on a WhatsApp group, they're posting pictures, there's picture selling happening all over. This is one of the most common challenge any home business owner has, irrespective of product or service. Same thing
Mhm.
is available from the smallest town, um, in South Asia, whether India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka.
Mhm.
People are selling on Instagram, people are selling on WhatsApp groups, people are selling on Facebook groups. Tell the customer that you are doing the quality check, you're bringing,
Mhm.
touching and feeling the product. That's why the pricing is maybe little high, but when
Mhm.
they are ordering from overseas, they just see a picture or they just see a video. Unless their family member physically goes and touches and feels the product, it's not. Sometimes it's not the same thing that gets delivered, what is being told and sold. So that I try to tell them that how to handle customer objections and how to
Mhm.
explain why there is a difference in pricing. And
Mhm.
another request I have for all the customers who might watch this podcast, either in this week or in the next future few years, is please support local businesses wherever you are, whether you are in Middle East, UK, US, Canada, Australia. We all have traveled this far to like make a living and make a life for ourselves, and it's our
Mhm.
um, moral responsibility to support people around us first, then supporting somebody who's like far away. So
Absolutely.
I get this from a lot of customers who tell to my face for my products and services, I can get this for in India for $25 less or $50 less. So
But you're spending a thousand,
airtime
$2,000 ticket to go
go to
there,
India.
and here we are giving you at your doorstep with so many variety at same place. So I know few of the vendors are most of the vendors are supporting local business in India, like they are getting things from weavers. So you will get first hand pick direct good quality products here, which you can only find in big showrooms back home. So
Mhm.
here the vendors are giving you at a reasonable price at your doorstep with nice quality. So try and
And
be
another thing, as a
reasonable.
customer, you once you buy something from India, you cannot go back and argue with the retail
Mhm.
or whoever sold you a product or service. But the
Mhm.
business owner is available here for any kind of feedback or this. That's uh, that's one thing. Like there is a human interaction, and
And they do have all vendors have their own policies, like maybe they can change if there is something, if the product is not good or something, they would change it. But if it is like they didn't like or something was better, or then they would
to
honor that and
exchange.
exchange it with the product that they like.
So I
So
also want to share one more thing to the business owners that learn what's happening in the market either here or globally. When you go back to any retail showroom or good business back in South Asian market, there is no refund, there is no exchange, and once you pick the product and pay for it, they are not going.
responsible.
They're not responsible for it. However, most of the vendors here are going above and beyond, taking the personal financial uh,
Stress,
risk
yeah.
of like either exchanging or doing you know size change, like the practice in this market or in this side of the world. So I will tell younger people, don't, or young business owners who are just starting the first year, learn customer objection handling. Customers would have genuine queries, genuine questions, and some of them would have like unreasonable requests. So just learn to answer. For the first few times, one of my family friend who used to come to me which for the shows would say that, why are you getting stressed and worried? Like, just explain why it's possible for you to do it or why it's not possible for you to do it. So I learned it the hard way. uh, but I think after you spend an year with different types of people, you would know the top 20, 30 questions customer might ask about your product or service, and then how to answer or handle. And that would also improve your product and service. You'll also learn that maybe this is a genuine request and this is what I need to provide or ensure I cater to the customer.
Yeah.
Right.
So any business who is starting, A2 is there to support you. You can come to us.
And
Amazing.
I know you asked about what we're planning for the future. We really also want to, whenever we are not doing the shows,
Mhm.
spend more time online helping business owners either do live shows
Mhm.
using the technology, and do showcase their product and service, so that it will increase the reach for the businesses
Business.
online, and they hesitation to face the camera, hesitation
Mhm.
to speak in front of the camera and discuss the product, all those things will be minimized. So that's another thing which we are targeting from this holiday season into the next year. In the downtime we want to utilize, it's a win for all. um, we will keep our passions and business activities up and going. Vendors would get a platform to showcase online, and customers would get a chance to shop from their couches and beds. And what do we want?
Amazing. I'm so impressed, and you're like, oh, in our downtime, like you guys are on the go all the time.
You know
What
what? But the
downtime?
funny part is that we are done with our shows. So this is like really our downtime, but we get bored easily. So
Yes.
probably we are
We have to.
looking for ways to keep ourselves too, so that
Uh-huh.
we can
No,
support,
I
because
think it's
we
been a challenge which we have been discussing. That every
Mm-hmm.
time we see couple of vendors going online and saying that I'm coming live on Thursday night at 8:30 or
Mm-hmm.
9:30, and most of the working moms want to sit and watch it after dinner hours. So most
Makes
of the
sense.
shows are after 8:30 or 9 o'clock in the night on a weekday, either a Thursday or a Wednesday. And then so others are like, hey, I want to do this, but I'm too shy. I don't know how to handle the camera. I don't know how to handle the chat.
audience.
So we want to help them get through their hesitation. We're not here to, like, do live shows for everybody every weekend, but just
Mm-hmm.
get them, push them through the inhibition of using the technology, because we both work in technology and we're comfortable with it. So I feel if our experience and little bit of 1 or 2 times of
Push.
pushing will help them get through the
Mm-hmm.
threshold and help them, we should do it.
Absolutely. Amazing. So, as immigrant women entrepreneurs, what is your advice to other immigrant women who want to start a business?
Do an Excel of pros and cons,
Mm-hmm.
one sheet, another sheet, do an Excel of your strengths and weakness. And once you analyze that, you, even if you cannot decide what you want to do, if you can decide 75% what you do not want to do,
Mm-hmm.
you are closer to the solution,
Solution.
what you want to do. And
Mm-hmm.
another one is, if you can do it for no money, like
Mm-hmm.
you would do some activity or task for no money. You give me boxes of jewelry to wear or showcase or
Mm-hmm.
discuss with women. I can do it 365 days with no paycheck, $0.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need
Mm-hmm.
to pay me. I would just love to do it. So
Passion.
make sure that you would do it for the fun of it and activity of it, than the
Mm-hmm.
money. Once you enjoy doing it, automatically you'll improve your product. So if you
Mm-hmm.
go online and look at my Shri Jewelers page, my initial product from 2022 versus now, whether the quality of pictures or the product or design has improved, because as you keep working on the things, you would become better and better at it. So that's my advice. Do an Excel
Yeah.
of your strength, weakness, pros and cons of any kind of business,
Mm-hmm.
scale to medium. And then also, what's the end goal for you? Do you want to, like, make little money? Do you want to support somebody back home from culture perspective or a service perspective? Or
Mm-hmm.
do you want to, like, scale it up into a multi-million or multi-billion dollar company? Like, know your why and also know your strengths and weakness. What's your
Mm-hmm.
advice?
I would also add few things to it, that it's not a money tree that you will start pulling from it first. So come with a mindset that any business, whether it's a local a shop or a restaurant or any
Real
kind of
estate,
real
anything.
estate, any business,
Mm-hmm.
everything has its own consequences, its own
Growth
benefits
time
and
also.
growth time. So take your time, put more thoughts into it before executing it, so and
Mm-hmm.
be mentally prepared, be a receiver, actually, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
because you should, first thing you should have is to take criticism. Be
Mm-hmm.
ready to take that, be ready to take anyone's advice. I know maybe there might be some people who are unreasonable, but most of them might give you honest
Okay.
opinions, so take
Mm-hmm.
those
So coming to
and learn from those.
Yes.
feedback and criticism, I want to say, Arpita, is listen to every feedback and criticism. You don't need to take everything to heart.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
accept the things where you feel that there is something that I can improve,
Yeah.
and some things which you might feel that the other person is either unaware or is giving it without, like, complete knowledge of the situation or your experience or interaction with you. You can
Mm-hmm.
ignore. You don't need to get disheartened with that. You just adapt what's important for you to grow for the next phase, and then do that. Example, you're doing the podcast. You reached out to us a couple of months back, so you have grown in the last few months. uh,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot expect to be Joe Rogan in year one. He's been doing it for
Yes.
2000 plus episodes, in
Yes.
and out, and he has learned and grown as a
Mm-hmm.
podcaster. So anybody, whatever
Yes.
business they are doing, they need to give it time and
Yeah,
go by the
absolutely.
bamboo shoot experience. It takes
Yes.
5 years for the bamboo shoot roots
Roots to
to
grow.
grow internally within the earth, and then
Mm-hmm.
year 5 or year 6 they shoot
Shoot
up,
out.
and everybody feels that how did this shoot up so much in a year, but they don't know the story that it has been growing internally for the last 5 years. So have
Yes.
that mindset, to learn and grow, and bring your passion to the table. If you have an idea that can impact more and more people,
Mm-hmm.
definitely will make money at the end of the day.
Yeah, I would also
Amazing.
add to it, like, don't see at a short term vision. Look at a broader view, like your
Mm-hmm.
end result, your overall goal. So what challenges we have is, like, few vendors would say, oh, I didn't make enough sale this quarter or this show, but then they would do exceptionally well in another show. So
Mm-hmm.
count your overall for the whole year. Don't look at your
Mm-hmm.
losses at just one quarter or two quarters, but look it for the whole
Year
year,
example.
so that if you're making more profit on the first quarter of the year, then you invest more in your second quarter, so you have more products to sell to. So
Mm-hmm.
making looking at a wider vision would help you grow too.
Amazing. So tell us about your products and your shows. And if somebody wants to get in touch with you guys or wants to come to one of your shows, what is the process?
So I think we are one of the shows which is free entry, free parking.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say do free food, and but the hotels do not allow us to cater outside food. So that's a challenge which
Mm-hmm.
we would like to solve for future bigger events like Diwali time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing you need to do for our show for entering. As a customer, you're free to walk in.
uh,
Just know the local location and the date when we are having the show. So
do follow us on our social media page, for A2
Facebook,
Silver Lining for Facebook and Instagram. So you
and
will
we'll add
see,
TikTok.
yeah, you will see our
Yes.
upcoming schedules where we are doing shows. So it will be more easy for them to come as a vendor to join our show. Our group platform that we have is completely free for all the vendors to join. But
Mm-hmm.
when we do shows, we have a minimal fee, like a booth cost. So
Mm-hmm.
if any vendors want to participate for our show, they are more than welcome to come and join. All they have to do is just pay the booth cost and
Share the
share their product picture and their social media handle and their information, so we can make a flyer for them and they can
also reels.
participate in our show.
So we
Awesome.
do the advertising and marketing for the show for the vendors. So for any vendors who are looking to collaborate with us or participate in our A2 Silver Lining shows, we take care of your marketing
Marketing that.
materials, advertising materials. We do your social media posts, and we also do the reels, so that there is more engagement from customers from A2 Silver Lining and also from that local region, uh, for your business.
Lovely. So, what are the products, different products that you generally have at your shows?
We have handloom saris from all across South Asia. We have all kinds of jewelry
Jewelry.
from different states.
Mm-hmm.
We
Uh,
have artificial jewelry, fine jewelry, real gold, diamonds, silver.
we
Then
have
we
silver
have,
artifacts too.
yeah,
And
and
then we have
brass items, home decor, god idols, statues. Then we have handmade purses and clutches. We have vendors who does different variety of nuts, flavored
Mm-hmm.
nuts. We have vendors who does scented
candles.
candles and stuff. We have vendors who does variety of home decor. Um, We have vendors who does fusion Indo-Western clothes. We have customized vendors who
Do
takes your
clothing,
measurements and do
custom
custom
clothing.
clothing for all your occasions. Uh,
Lovely.
we are
Then we
going,
also have traditional clothing
yeah,
for
and
the festive
occasional, yeah,
seasons,
like
both for men, women, and also for kids. There are
kids.
some. I think kids is the something which most of customers get surprised when they come to the show, and they're like, "You have kids clothing? Wow, we're so super excited!" And I feel everybody wants to dress up their little boys and girls beautifully. So we do have vendors who provide a variety of services for
And
them.
then here blouses are the challenges, because you
Mhm.
don't get that tailor who is going to do your stitching and stuff. So we have
Mhm.
vendors who have ready-made blouses in most of the sizes and varieties,
Very
so
nice.
they can handpick whatever blouse they can. So we have vendors just bringing their own saris, and they come to match the blouse and buy blouses too. And we
Very
have
nice.
like fashion jewelries for the teenagers too. And we have
Oh, I don't want to forget giving a shout out to vendors who provide financial services from
yes,
various large corporations and medium corporations, and also real estate agents who are helping, South Asian community to buy their
by
next dream home. So we have those also at our show. So I wanted to give a shout out to them, and I
yeah,
also want to give a shout out to all South Asian grocery store
owners
owners,
and restaurants who
rents,
let us market our products. So we put our flyers in most of the grocery stores and restaurants, and they are so helpful,
supportive.
that supportive and helpful, that they would let us put the posters, and they would also help us market too.
So yeah,
Lovely. Lovely.
grocery
Well,
stores.
thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for taking this time to talk to me and, share all your lovely insights. I am still amazed by what you both do, and I wish you all the very best for
Thank you,
2025.
Anisha.
Thank you.
We would be sharing our social media handles for all the
Absolutely.
customers and vendors who would like to follow us. Please do follow. Reach out. We
Mhm.
both love to talking to people and meeting new people. So if you see
Yes.
us anywhere, do stop by at the shows or even in any of the common restaurants or stores. We travel between Boston to Ashburn, and we will expand our horizon more in 2025. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you see us
And
and would like to have a word, please do not hesitate.
yeah,
We would
and
love to chat with you.
I would also
Yes.
clarify, this is not just woman vendors. So if there are any man vendors who also wants to start their business, they can also
Yes.
come. It's just for anyone who wants to start their business and collaborate. We are here to support each other.
Amazing. Yes, for all our listeners, I will have the Instagram link in the show notes. Thank you so much once
Thank
again.
you. Thank you.
As we conclude our conversation with Arpita and Amrita, remember that success isn't about competing, it's about creating space for everyone to grow. This is Anisha Jennings reminding you that sometimes the best way to rise is by lifting others. Until next time.